April 1945. World War II raged, but the end was near. Allied forces squeezed Nazi Germany from all sides. Berlin, once a symbol of Nazi power, was a smoldering ruin. Deep beneath the shattered city, Adolf Hitler, the man who had plunged the world into chaos, faced his final days. His dreams of a 1,000-year Reich were crumbling around him. The man who had once commanded millions, now commanded a dwindling circle of loyalists. Inside the Führer bunker, a concrete tomb buried beneath the Reich chancellery, the atmosphere was thick with tension and despair. The air was stale, heavy with the smell of sweat, fear, and something else, the bitter tang of defeat. Hitler, his health failing, his spirit broken, clung to the last vestiges of power. Outside, the Red Army tightened its grip, their artillery fire a constant reminder of the inevitable. The world watched and waited, holding its breath. What would become of the man who had unleashed such horrors upon humanity? Would he face justice, or would he find a way out, vanishing into the shadows to haunt the world with his memory? The official story, the one history books tell, claims Hitler chose suicide over surrender. On April 30, 1945, as Soviet troops closed in, Hitler retreated to his private quarters deep within the bunker. He was joined by his new wife, Eva Braun. They had been married for less than 40 hours. Eyewitness accounts from those within the bunker describe a scene both surreal and tragic. Hitler, they say, bid farewell to his inner circle. He shook hands, exchanged a few final words, then he and Eva disappeared into their private study. A single gunshot echoed through the bunker. Aides, fearing the worst, hesitated before entering. There they found Hitler and Eva Braun, slumped on a small sofa. Hitler had a bullet wound in his temple. A pistol lay at his feet. Eva showed no visible wounds, but a cyanide capsule lay nearby. The bodies were hastily taken outside, doused with gasoline and set ablaze. The flames, fueled by the fires raging across Berlin, consumed the remains. The world received the news with a mixture of relief and disbelief. The monster was dead. But was he truly gone? Even as the world celebrated the end of the war, whispers began to circulate. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueled by uncertainty and the rapid collapse of the Nazi regime. Had Hitler truly died in the bunker? Or had he, as some suggested, escaped the inferno of Berlin? These whispers, at first dismissed as the desperate hopes of Nazi sympathizers, soon gained traction. Conspiracy theories proliferated, each offering its own tantalizing version of events. Some claimed Hitler had escaped through a secret tunnel leading out of Berlin. Others whispered of submarines whisking him away to South America, where a secret Nazi colony awaited. The stories, though lacking concrete evidence, tapped into a deep-seated fear. The fear that the man who had terrorized the world had somehow cheated justice. The chaos of post-war Europe, the fog of war, and the Soviet Union's tight control over information surrounding Hitler's death only fueled these theories. The lack of a verifiable body, the hasty cremation, and the inconsistencies in eyewitness accounts all added fuel to the fire. The mystery of Hitler's death, rather than fading with time, only deepened. Section 4: The Odessa Files, following the trail of rumors. One of the most enduring conspiracy theories centers around Die Spinne the Spider. This supposed secret organization, comprised of former SS officers and Nazi sympathizers, was tasked with smuggling fleeing Nazis to safety. Their most prized asset, according to this theory, was Hitler himself. The theory suggests that Hitler, aided by the Spider, escaped to Argentina via submarine. Argentina, with its history of harboring Nazi fugitives, seemed a plausible destination. Some accounts even claimed Hitler lived out his days in a remote Patagonian ranch, hidden from the world but still clinging to his hateful ideology. While intriguing, the evidence supporting these claims is largely circumstantial. Eyewitness accounts of Hitler sightings in South America remain unsubstantiated. No concrete evidence has ever emerged to prove Hitler survived 1945. But the stories persist, fueled by the power of speculation and the enduring allure of the unknown. Section 5: Bones of Contention, a Skull and the Search for Truth. For years, the Soviet Union claimed to possess fragments of Hitler's skull and jawbone, recovered from the bunker ruins. These remains, kept under lock and key in Moscow archives, were presented as irrefutable proof of Hitler's demise. However, in 2009, a team of researchers from the University of Connecticut was granted access to the skull fragment. Their findings sent shockwaves through the historical community. DNA analysis revealed the skull fragment belonged to a woman, almost certainly not Eva Braun. The jawbone, though never tested, was deemed too small to be Hitler's. The revelation cast doubt on the Soviet narrative, reopening the debate about Hitler's fate and fueling a new wave of conspiracy theories. If the skull wasn't Hitler's, then whose was it? And what had truly happened to the Führer's remains? Section 6. The legacy of a dictator, why Hitler's death still matters. The question of whether Hitler really died in 1945 may seem like a historical footnote, a topic for late-night documentaries and internet forums. However, the enduring fascination with Hitler's demise speaks to something deeper. His death, or the lack of definitive proof surrounding it, has implications that reach far beyond the confines of history books. For some, the possibility of Hitler's survival represents a chilling reminder of the fragility of justice. It suggests that even the most notorious criminals can escape accountability, fading into the shadows to potentially inspire future generations with their hateful ideology. For others, the search for answers is about more than just historical accuracy. It's about confronting the ghosts of the past, about ensuring that the horrors of the Nazi era are never forgotten or repeated. Section 7. Facing the Shadows. Lessons from a Dark Chapter. Whether Hitler died in the bunker or escaped to live out his days in obscurity, his toxic legacy continues to cast a long shadow over the world. The enduring debate surrounding his death is a stark reminder of the power of propaganda, the allure of conspiracy theories, and the importance of critical thinking in the face of uncertainty. More importantly, it forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about humanity's capacity for evil and the enduring allure of extremist ideologies. The search for answers about Hitler's fate is ultimately a search for meaning in the face of unimaginable horror. It's a reminder that the past, though gone, is never truly behind us. And that the lessons learned from history, no matter how painful, are essential for navigating the present and shaping a better future.